Subject, unknown. Alias, Lobo. Jurisdiction, you guessed it. Allegiance is with the fiends. Charges, 3 counts of murder. And the bounty, they want him dead. After the untimely deaths of Cook, Violet, Driver Defy, Eileen, and Kurt Catil, the fiends have experienced a crisis of leadership. Yes, we've killed a lot of fiends, haven't we? Unfortunately, a ruthless young fanatic named Lobo has stepped up to pioneer a new era of terror. Like most fiends, Lobo's origins are nebulous, but he has taken to his role like a duck in water. His first order of business was to ambush a patrol by the West Side Militia, and then to torture the surviving captives over the course of a week. Wow. Later, he had his cronies hurl the captives' severed heads at West Side's walls. Lobo insists his actions are retribution for the deaths of the aforementioned fiends, and claims attacks will continue until Zach, that's you, faces him in single combat. As he is new to power, there is scant information on this guy. He is expected to be accompanied by several dozen fiends at any given time, and has displayed a proclivity for blades and melee weaponry. Let's go engage in single combat. Oh, we got a couple of fiends guarding the front door.
Out of ammo here.
Thank God you're finally out of those grenades.
Careful. Look, grenades. You thought he was out of grenades.
Now they're just normal grenades.
Zapp's neon sign. Sure enough, this is the place.
Yeah, and we just have to kill this guy, so no reason to try and talk him down.
Yeah, go crazy.
Watch for traps in here. Fiends might be high, but they aren't entirely stupid.
Careful.
That looks like a trap.
Maybe.
Disarmed.
So far, so good. Oh, there we go. We got a couple of them.
You like that?
God! Stop throwing grenades!
Well, there's no more mines in the way. Thanks, Russell.
Gotcha.
Okay. Careful, there might still be traps.
Nah, there couldn't possibly be any more. Interesting. An empty vault, yes. I find the office is empty, save one note resting near the radio. Perhaps it will give some indication of Lobo's whereabouts. Payback.
What does the note say?
Violet, Cook, Driver Defy, Eileen, Kurt Catil, Payback's a bitch, Lobo. Is this a trap? He's gonna come up here and try to kill me?
But fail spectacularly.
Whoa! Whoa!
You chumps!
Idiots!
Oh, damn. That's gonna leave a stain.
Is that it? You all done?
Oh, hello!
I love how I don't have to do anything.
Wow, you guys just gave me the high ground. You just handed it to me. Hello, Lobo?
Bitch.
You like that?
Get ready to taste some real.
No! What have you?
Yeah.
Man, you really pissed off the fiends, didn't you?
Apparently
Funny,
so.
they just took their best shot, and all that's left is this bloody sack of shit.
Yep. Lobo's finger.
And we can cut it off with that saw he just gave us. I must say I am a little disappointed. You didn't walk into any of the booby traps.
Nah,
It's what I love about you.
I'm smart. I know how booby traps work. I'm not a booby.
Let me see that finger. You know how Lobo got that name, right?
Dog?
They say when he got hopped up on Jet that he'd literally start howling at the moon. From the looks of his finger, his howling days are done. It's definitely Lobo's. Good work, kid.
How do you know it's Lobo's? Does it have a fingerprint on it?
Queenie! The NCR is offering a bounty of 500 caps for the termination of Queenie, the new leader of the Fiends. You know, since you just killed Lobo.
Oh.
Is this where the Fiend leader is? This seems to be an abandoned ruin.
Nope. See those people standing out there? That's where the fiend leader is.
You mean an open territory?
That I can easily hit with a grenade launcher?
Yes. I was just thinking the same thing.
Watch this!
Are you close enough?
Yup.
Not to kill him.
Yup.
Save some of these guys for us, huh?
Oh, a Steyr AUG! I don't know why that was here, but I'll take it. And an AN-94!
Cool.
I'm glad that these fiends have suddenly decided to start carrying modern weaponry. That pleases me greatly.
Duckwater Cavern. Is this where the Fiends live now?
Oh, hello, fiends. Oh, goodness.
You didn't want to talk. Oh.
Well, he was screaming in terror.
Tell me about the Steyr AUG before you kill all of them.
Well, the Steyr AUG, AUG is technically an acronym for Army Universal Gewehr, and it was first adopted by the Austrian military in 1977, so its original name was the STG-77, which stands for Sturmgewehr 77. Yes, it's a very good rifle. It was very futuristic at the time of its release.
But it's not so much anymore. It does look...
It's still a pretty advanced automatic rifle.
Hold on, are those fiends pit fighting to the left there? Does that mean
Oh, he's laughing at them.
Does that mean they can't get out? It turns out if you shoot them while they're in the cage, they can't fight back.
I suppose, yeah.
Because they're dead now.
The Steyr AUG has what's called a progressive trigger. Oh, it's Queenie!
Ain't my day, motherfucker. It's yours.
Queenie's dead.
She was sort of a disappointment. I guess the fiends have fallen on hard times when they promote random hussies to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
Russell, that's kind of sexist, wouldn't you agree?
But she still was just a random hussy. Oh, hello, Queenie's dogs. We'll leave them.
Yeah,
They're fine.
If you're not going to attack us, then good.
We'll leave the door open for them so they can go out and do their business.
Do we want to kill these fiend dogs? If we leave them alive, they might become the next ruler of the fiends.
That'd be the most adorable raiding gang ever.
Hey!
Oh, you didn't hear the firefight outside? Hold on, let me reload this. Alright, now you're all dead. This gun one-shots fiends. I love it.
The Steyr AUG has what's called a progressive trigger, at least on the military models.
Ah, so it's very open towards gay marriage.
Also, yes, but the trigger, when you pull it back a little bit until it clicks the first time, that's when it fires single shot. But if you pull it back all the way, it fires fully automatic.
We probably shouldn't have killed the doctor. He's a fiend doctor, what do I care?
Another interesting fact about the Steyr AUG is that it is used by both the Austrians and the Australians.
So now it doesn't matter if you get those two confused.
Yes, exactly. The ones that's used by the Australians is technically called the Osteyr, though. The Steyr AUG was the first bullpup to be adopted by a military. Well, it was the first bullpup to be widely adopted by a military. I think technically there was one before that, but it doesn't really count because it was adopted by Britain for about 5 minutes and then wasn't adopted anymore. The first time I fired a Steyr AUG, it was one of the full auto ones, and the Austrians didn't tell me about the progressive trigger for it. Sorry, Australians. The Australians didn't tell me about the progressive trigger for it. So I'm just kneeling down on the firing range. I get behind this thing. I get it all scoped up and I pull the trigger. I go, man, this trigger's really heavy. And I jerk it all the way back and it goes, Then they laughed at me.
When were you firing weapons in Australia?
I wasn't in Australia. I was in Iraq, but there were Australians there.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought they lived in Australia.
No, there were Australians there because it was a coalitional military operation.
Oh, that makes sense.
I also taught the Australians the word bitchin'.
They didn't have that in English?
Apparently they did not have the word bitchin', because I saw an Australian who had a Steyr AUG with a 40mm grenade launcher on it, and I went, man, that rifle is bitchin'. And he went, bitchin'. And then he said it 3 or 4 times like he was tasting the word. And he said, I'm gonna use that now.
Oi, crikey, dingo ate my baby! Oh, bitchin'.
Oh, bitchin'. So yeah, the Steyr AUG is my favorite bullpup, other than a FAMAS, which you basically cannot get a FAMAS in the United States. There's, I think, a total of maybe 400 that exist in the US.
Wait, only 400 FAMASs?
Yeah, there's only like 400 that exist.
Why not more?
So the FAMAS was imported for a very short period of time before there was a ban on importing weapons. So there's only like 400 semi-automatic FAMASs that exist in the US.
So that must be a collector's treasure, huh?
Yes, they contract a premium $20,000.
Wow. You can't legally purchase them outside of the ones that are already here?
No, you can't, because
But
the
you
ones that were imported are the only ones that are ever going to be imported.
What can I do for you, young man?
We give you body parts, you give us caps.
Let me just check the finger. Yeah, that's hers.
Queen bitch.
You know, the fiends had fallen pretty far when they looked to her for leadership.
I'd never even heard of her.
Makes me wonder if the fiends are finally starting to unravel as an organized band of raiders.
Nah.
That's probably just wishful thinking. Good work.
All right then, thank you. Next. Bullpups do have several problems. The magazine is behind the trigger mechanism, and that means you have to have some kind of strange linkage connecting the trigger to where the hammer is in the back of the gun. So, usually because of that, bullpups have a tendency to have a really crap trigger.
It explains why I haven't seen very many of them, nor have I ever heard of them.